Bepractical webinar session. It's all about placement. First of all, I would like to thank you, Mr. Kanishk and Navakishore, for joining us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, you can start.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, good morning, everyone. We are from the team called Healthsignz Technology, and me along with my partner Navakishore. So, we will be speaking. We have got a topic. We will be speaking on placement webinar. So, I am the HR of the company. I am the HR manager. So, I will be speaking mainly on the hiring process and about the company and what are the hiring process we have. And Navakishore will be basically speaking on the technical part about the technology and what we basically want from the candidate who want to join us. So we'll start with the process. So firstly, as you know, my name is Kanesh, and I have around 6 years of experience in handling employee life cycle. So mainly in my career, I have worked with many companies, and basically I have worked for hiring for talents. And talking about the company Healthsignz Technologies, we are into health tech. So basically, we work in B2B and B2C model, and where we try to collaborate with healthcare companies. Maybe it can be a hospital or maybe or any pharmaceutical company or healthcare companies. So what we do is like we basically create a virtual platform for them using artificial intelligence. So we have an office in Bangalore and we have an office in Hyderabad. So our IT team sits in Bangalore location. So and again we work into B2C model as well, where we basically focus on the overall health of a well-being. So every year we hire freshers for our company. So in this kind of scenario, like what actually company needs is basically we want people who are trained on certain technologies, so that they can be molded based on our whatever the projects we have. So yeah, so we actually currently we have some positions which we want to fill, and like we are basically working on to hire the position only on full stack. Then we have a position on core Java, iOS, and then we have some other positions as well on cloud computing, which we are mainly focusing on. So this is the hiring what we needed from the institute. So in this phase, like we have tried many institutes. So we just got a tie-up from Bepractical 2 months back. And Bepractical, I will say about the Bepractical as an training institute, that it's one of the best training institute we came across, because the kind of resources what they provide to us mainly on the freshers front. So we have hired around 3 people from Bepractical, and we found it to be very suitable. Like being a product based company, our hiring process is very much difficult, and we hire very few people. Like we have taken around 700 to 800 interviews on the first assessment round. Out of that, we have hired only 6 to 7 people till now. So you can understand the hiring process. And again, people getting selected for the next level of interviews is very difficult. So we actually want the best when it comes to performance and when it comes to performance in the interviews. So now I would like Navakishore to tell on the technical front, on the company overview. Then I will just go to the what are the processes we are following in the hiring process.
Yeah. Hi, all. Hi, Prem. Thanks for giving the opportunity. I'm audible, right?
Yeah, welcome to Bepractical webinar. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So while coming to myself Navakishore, as I'm working as product document engineer in Healthsignz Technologies, my experience is 2.3 years now. So coming to technologies, we are working currently on a healthcare platform, completely is AI based, which is like a pure accurate. Like coming to server side backend, we are using Java along with framework Spring Boot. So while coming to database, we are using a NoSQL database engines, which will for managing the huge data. So we are using like a MongoDB and a Redis DB. These are like backend technologies, Java, Spring Framework Boot, and the databases like MongoDB and Redis DB. So, and coming to front-end technologies, we are using a main technologies like AngularJS and React.js, and supports are using like a Node, Next, Express.js, and jQuery. These are part using. But the main technologies we are using like AngularJS and React.js. Like these were developing web applications and the mobile applications as well. And we are working on the Android side also. For that, we are using Kotlin, which is completely designed with Java. So, I mean, 60% of the Java Android developers, they are using Kotlin. And we are using like A and ML also, because we are completely working on healthcare platform. So you should give the accurate results. So, for example, if you want to manage your fitness and your wellness and your health management, so completely will take care of it using our technologies. So we kept all these technologies in our platform. So we'll give our efficient and effectively whatever you require things. And these are the technologies you are using. Quickly, we are going with a full stack developers. So you should like back end, like server side, and the front end, and you should know databases also. These are the technologies we are using.
Navakishore, like you can just share what actually we want from freshers. So in our hiring process, what are the things we are looking out from a freshers who want to join us?
Yeah. If any fresher want to join Healthsignz Technologies, he should know at least one technology perfectly. He should be good in logical way, not only theoretical way. As we go like a couple of days back, we gone through like many interviews. I observed like many people like they are good in logical, they are good in theoretical way, but they are not up to the mark of logical way. So you should be good in logical way also.
So I will quickly go to what are the process we are following when we want to hire someone. So like other companies, like we have a typical process where we mainly focus on the assessment round. So assessment round will be mostly on the logical and programming front. So yeah, so based on the assessment test, whoever clears the assessment test. So for clearing the assessment test, the one should have a very good logical, and then on the programming front, they should have a basic knowledge on the programming. So if they clear for this first round, then we will have a technical round. So technical round will be mainly on code programming. So logic will also be there, but it mainly focuses on the code programming. So suppose in case of React, if you are applying for a position for React or maybe a core Java, then you should be very good with the basics. Okay, so and then the programming. So in the mainly technical round, we will be giving you a set of programming which you have to run or which you have to do. So based on that, if it's not like that you will be writing the programming, you need to explain as well. So we will be checking how good you are explaining the programming. So if you can do that, then there will be a final discussion of round. Again, that will be with the technical guy. So again, he will be checking you from the basics and what are the projects you have done. Then there will be a HR discussion. So these 4 rounds actually what we are following as the industrial practices in our company. And all these rounds basically focus on the in-depth knowledge of the candidates on a particular skill set. So suppose you are joining for any course like core Java or maybe any other course like full stack, mun stack, or cloud computing, whatever. So what we suggest is, like, if you are opting for any company, leave Healthsignz Technology, it can be any company. So be thorough with your basics. Okay. Because what we see is when people are coming out for the interview, they are giving interviews. Some people, what they will do is they will mug up the things. Okay. They might clear the assessment round, but when they come to second round, when questions will be asked, like theoretical questions will be asked, they will be very perfect. But where they are lacking on applying the same logic when it comes to practical. So this is a very important thing, where we have seen that people are mugging up the things, and when it comes to practicality and when they have to show the results, they are failed to do so. So this is a very important thing for any freshers who are opting to go for any interviews. This can be any kind of interviews. Second thing is, like, be thorough with your projects. So projects are very important when you are doing any kind of training, to showcase what you have done. The projects are very important, because what happens is, in many of the interaction with the freshers, what I have seen is they will be doing that they have done the course, but when it comes to project, they have not done anything. So simply they will say, I have not done any project. So project is a very important medium where you can just find out what you have learned from the training. So projects, I think everybody has to do when they have completed a training. At least should start, they should showcase in their resume. So as an HR, when I see the resume of anyone, after maybe they have been selected for the round, but again, I will see the resume and I will always try to find it out whether they have done any kind of projects or not. Okay. So this is about the
Yes, sorry
mainly about the
to
company,
interrupt.
what we are doing, and how we hire people.
Kanish, yes, you are speaking about projects. Can you guide the students what and all the ways to do their project?
Okay. So when it comes,
Guide, what are all the example YouTube other than YouTube?
okay, fine. So projects, suppose, like, if you want to do any projects, your training institute will be there. They will also be guiding you to do any project. What I have seen from the different institute and from the different people, what they do is they will be doing the training, and similarly, simultaneously, they will be doing some other online free courses, like from Udemy. So Udemy also, they also provide the certification, and they also provide the project which you can do. So that also adds in your resume. So, and again, whatever you have to take any practical scenario, and that you have to do a project. So that is very important.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, anyone has any questions till now?
Yes, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, the project you were asking about to show for the showcase in the interview purposes. So it would be like a GitHub repository kind of thing which we do. We can show. Is it sufficient, or the certification, as you mentioned?
No, the certification is never been important. Certification is just to showcase, but yeah, you have to show it what you have done in the project. Certification never matters as a fresher, mostly. Okay.
Okay.
What matters is what you have done, and if you can explain it properly, that makes the sense.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Neil.
Sir, as you mentioned that companies works on AI ML also. So do we have requirements on Python also?
Python, we had a requirement which we have closed, but again in future we will have a position for Python with AI.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So suppose we are fresher and we are done with the basics and we can explain whatever we have done. So would we get the chances to learn more as we are fresher? Would we get kind of help during the job so that we can learn the new technologies? Like suppose you are obviously you are seeking for the perfect person, but as a fresher we are not as much perfect. So would you give the chance to the fresher so that they can improve their skills while doing the job?
Yes. So basically what we do is like our main interview process is on the basics. Okay, what we actually need is, see, you will be doing some kind of training, because we take candidates from a training institutes only. Okay, so basically we focus on the, if they have a basic knowledge on the subject, because I can understand being a fresher, you cannot be a perfect. Yeah, anyways, nobody is a perfect. So again, there are a certain things which we are mainly focuses on. So we mainly focuses on the basics. Okay, if you are good in basics, and if you can clear our rounds, because our all rounds are based on basics, we will not be asking you anything, any other things apart from the subject. We will be asking from your subject, which you have done, which you have showcases, which you have showcased in your resume. So all the questions will be based on that. So
Okay,
if
sir.
you can clear that, then there you are always welcome to join any company. And in the, see, mainly you can see that when you are joining any company, so you have to make these things very clear that wherever you are joining, see, again, most people, what mistake they do is they join the company for salary, being a fresher. So suppose some company is offering 3 lakh as a package, and some companies are offering 3.5 lakh as a package. So 90 to 95% as a fresher, because we were also have the same dilemma when we were a fresher. We always want to go for maybe a high package, but you will, after certain period of time, you will feel that in many of the companies you might have taken a wrong decision. So don't try to go for package only. Try to go for those company where you have a learning opportunity. So somebody can ask me how I will get to know where is the learning opportunity. So the first thing is, like, when you are going for any companies in case of IT, then try to go for, mainly as a fresher, you try to go for product based company, and that is being in a startup. So where you can learn a lot, because you always has to see your brand value after 2 years. Okay, because we know for any freshers and all, they will be joining a company, they will be staying for 2 3 years, 3.5 years. After that they will switch. Most of the people do. That is the trend that is going in the market. But if you join, if suppose you are joining any big company, okay, fine, that a service based company. So in that case, what happens is, they might give you a good package, but again, after down the line, after 2.5 years or 3 years, market value will not be much as compared to the product based companies. So yeah, so always try to go for those company where the learning opportunity is more, where you can learn and where you can explore more. And yeah, so that is very important.
Yes, Kanesh, I have one more question.
Yes.
What do you suggest for students? Because if we say bond, they will feel like something. So can you suggest students what and all the advantages if they have bond? Most of them they say no, because they are like fear what they might do something. Company might do something about the documents also, original submission of documents. If you can
Okay.
guide them, so they will be like they can come out of whatever the negatives they have about bond and
Okay,
submission
okay.
of original documents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to bond, right, most of the companies now don't do bonds. We are also not doing bonds. It's like an agreement. It will not be mentioned anywhere in the documents, or maybe the appointment and offer letter we give to the employees. So bond kind of things will never be there. But again, this is an association. Why companies do this? See, there are a positive and a negative point. I will speak as in favor of employee on and in favor of employer as well. So when it comes to in favor of employee, the question which comes to us, that if we join any company and then there will be a bond kind of a thing, that does it affect us, or maybe what will be the consequences in case of submitting the documents and all. See, again, when you are going for all these things, right, try to research for the company first. How is the company? What are the reviews? You can check Glassdoor, and then you can check Google reviews. So Glassdoor mainly have a good review. Matlab, true review will be there on Glassdoors. Google reviews, anybody can come and write. Maybe somebody from the company can also write on Google. So again, Glassdoor is some kind of a premium where you have to create an account and then you have to do all these things. So very few people will do. So Glassdoor reviews are mainly reveals the truth about the company. So you do first do this thing, research about the company, in-depth research of the company. Second thing is when it comes to again this kind of a bond, the positivity is if the company is good. See, as a fresher, what actually we want, we should not be changing the company. So if we join a company, suppose we join a company tomorrow, it should not be like we keep on changing after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So our first level of goal is at least we should complete minimum 2 years in the company. Then only we can be in the position that we have learned, and then we can utilize, and then we can change the company. So that should be our first goal when it comes to changing the company. If see, what happens is if you join a company, again, if you want to switch in any other company in a 6 months, you might have learned 30%. Okay, and you want to switch the company, hoping that you will get a very good package. Okay, in the first time you can get it, maybe 10%, 20% you will get. But in a long run, when you see after 2.5 years, most of the people, most of the HRs like me, they will reject your profile. Because being a fresher, you cannot change so many companies throughout. So that is very important. And second thing is, again, when you're submitting the documents, so again, it's based upon the company. Okay, like being a company, we take the certificates from the people and we give the acknowledgement letter for the same. So you should not be worried. You do your homework, you just research on the company, you go to the website, you go physically to the company, because now in this virtual situation, right, many people, what they do is, all the process are being done virtually. So many of the people, they have never been to the office as well. Okay, so in this type of situation, when this type of situation arises where company is asking about the documents and all, you can go to the company physically, you can see the company, presence of the company. Okay, and then you can take a decision based on the whatever the research you have done.
Is one more question, friends. Comes about salary in Healthsignz. Frequently, I want to hike the salary. What is the procedure to hike the salary? Freshers, and once they get experience of 2 years, how will the hike?
Yeah. So in general processes, the salary for freshers salary is not much higher in the market when they are not placed from a premier college. Okay, so that's why most of the people are opting out for a training course. So where they can enhance their knowledge, and now most of the companies are looking out for a trained students, candidates when it comes to. So salary will be, first of all, salary will be lower for most of the freshers when they are not placed. So if they want to, again, there are a different process and procedures. So mainly this kind of hikes will depend upon their performance. Okay, so I will just want Navakishore to share his views on that, because he was also joined as a fresher 3 years back. Okay, and how do he feel that his journey in Healthsignz till now, about his performance and about this process?
Yeah. So I also joined as fresher like 2.5 years back. So I joined only with my basic core Java. At that time, I don't know even much about the technologies. I know only Java. So at the time, I selected only with my strong basics. So after that, they gave an opportunity to learn more technologies. I learned Spring Boot, and I learned the advanced database, which is NoSQL databases, and I learned front-end technologies also. So they gave an opportunity to us. I proved myself. So as Kanish told initially, don't expect high packages as a fresher in the startup companies. So once you learn many technologies, once you prove yourself, definitely money will come to you. Now, my hike, I am satisfied to that one. Initially, my package is low, but now hike, I fully satisfied because I proved myself. I gave my 100% output. So like if you are a fresher, don't expect the like higher packages, because in the startup is completely product based. So most of the companies which is startup, they'll give like a less packages only. Once you prove yourself, definitely the money will come to you. Definitely, that's I'll give 100% on that one. And as a fresher, if you completed any technologies, try to do just at least one simple mini project. So it will be a benefit to you people only. So suppose you completed like full stack, like a main stack or something. For example, you completed Java and you completed like front-end technologies like Angular or React.js, anything, and you know any database. Try to use those technologies and try to do one mini project, and it will be showcased to you people only. And try to upload in a GitHub or LinkedIn anyway, and take that link and keep in the resume. So it will be weighted to your resume also. So compared to the other people, you'll get more priority, because the outside competition is heavy. Like due to this COVID, from 2018 onwards, many people are the outside. So you should be very good in the technology level. At least, you know, we don't expect multiple technologies. We expect only one technology. That in that you should be strong in the basics. We won't ask advanced technologies. We ask only basics. We check only logical level. That's it.
Okay. So as Kishore said, right, whatever we are doing, it's very important to showcase the same. So once you are doing any kind of resume also, so try to focus on the projects which you have done earlier. It can be during your training course, it can be before your course curriculum, which you have done during your graduation. So it's very important to showcase that. And again, now the LinkedIn is a very big platform where you can showcase your achievements. So whether it can be a test scores or maybe any projects you have done. So all these things you can just share in the LinkedIn as well.
Yes, Kanish, I have one more question.
Yeah.
I guess like any criteria, pass out year or career gap, what you talk about, especially for girls, so they'll have career gap. So what do you speak about job opportunities in your organization?
No. So see, career gap will be there, but when you are facing any kind of interviews and when you have a career gap in your resume, then you have to speak what you have done on this period. Okay. So many people, what they do is they will see that I was just sitting idly, I was not doing anything. So that kind of answer will not be accepted by any company. Okay. So in case if you have a gap, suppose 2 years, then you have to justify why is the gap. It can be the health issue, it can be the health issue of the family, or maybe you were preparing for some kind of exams, maybe a GATE exam or any IS exams, because many people go for government exams, they will be preparing for government exams. Then you have to justify it, why is the gap. So in our cases, in case of our company, yeah, we have some people that who has passed year of passing. Maybe we focuses main on the basics and their knowledge. Okay, so okay, fine, the gap will be there. We have taken some candidates who has passed in 2019 and 18 as well. So what we give is like we give equal opportunity to everyone. Okay, maybe for some of the people they passed in 2016 or 17 as well. Okay, but in all the cases they have an answer to justify why they have done it. So one candidate we have taken is right. He year of passing is around 2017. Okay, but he justifies because he was in what he was doing is he was with his father, and he was taking care of his father's business. Okay, so what he said is that there was some financial crisis, then he was taking care of his father business. Now his father business is okay, so again he returned to his technical field. So that answers can be satisfied. But if somebody is saying that yeah, there was nothing to do and they were sitting ideally, then it should not be accepted by any company.
Yeah, thank you so much. Guys, anyone has questions? If you're not able to speak, you can click in chat box so that you will answer.
Yes, yes.
Any kind of questions, guys, about future openings from health science, what and all the technologies you want to learn, because few of them are planning to take courses in our institute. So you can shoot the questions, we will get it answered. If you're not able to, kindly ping in.
Yeah. So you can ask any question related to technologies and any HR questions also, like on the career front.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I had a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. For example, if a person want to switch to IT company, for example, a person is passed in 2018 or 17 something, he has worked in a mechanical sector as a project engineer, something like that. If you want to switch to IT career, for example, taking a training from a Bepractical like one stack development, something like that, still that person will be considered as a fresher for an IT sector. So what is the possibilities, how that person will get the opportunity into these IT sectors?
Okay. So yeah, if somebody has done their graduation or work experiences in mechanical, they can go into the IT field. There's not such any other problem like, because yeah, as Navakishore said, right? So you just take up one skill set or one technologies, okay, which you feel is your passion, and try to work on that. Try to learn the basics, or try to give your 100%. Try to do a project, and maybe if you want to join any institute, you can join the institute as well. Okay. So yeah, based on that, you can go to the IT field, because now if you are working as a mechanical engineer in any other company, now you have also an answer to justify that yeah, you were working as a mechanical, but yeah, in some of the cases, what candidate says, the growth opportunity is very less. We are less companies in India when it comes to mechanical. So yeah, so they can go for IT. So in that case, nobody will stop you, because most of the companies are currently looking out for a talent. So if they feel that your profile and whatever the learning you have, that is good to go for the companies, then they will take you.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, do company provide any further sessions to upgrade their employees for to the upcoming new technologies?
See, most of the companies, it depends upon the policy of the company. Okay. So once you join any company, right, where they are working on a lot of technologies. Okay. So in that case, being a developer, there is a chance where they will ask you to, again, they will provide you the training on the, based on the customization, based on the projects. Okay. So that will always be there. But again, sessions will be there, but nominally in all the companies, it will not be there. But yes, some of the companies, the session will be there. So being a fresher, when you join any company, right, so you need to master or need to learn, because see, meetings will always be there. Okay, so project related meeting will be there, where you can ask all your doubt and clarify the things. Okay, so suppose in our company, when a fresher joins, so there will be a buddy. So buddy will be assigned to them. So what is the main focus job of buddy is, he or she will be helping in during the training period. So what happens is, there is always a problem in some of the companies I have seen, which I have worked before. Suppose somebody joined as a fresher, and in that case, if somebody has to report to a high level management, maybe a person who or she has to report, he is a very senior people. Okay, so in that case, no, it becomes very difficult, because what happens is, being a fresher, people tense or hesitate to ask questions. And when in case of buddy, maybe of your same age, or maybe or 2 or 3 years elder than you, maybe of 2 or 3 years of experience, or 4 years experience, you will always feel comfortable to ask questions. Okay, so in our company, as per our policy, we assign buddies. So buddies will be mainly 4 to 5 years, guys, 5 to 6 max.
That's very good, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think I have one
Excuse
question.
me, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Myself, Rahul. Actually, I have a small question. Is there Healthsignz is providing any internship for freshers?
No, we are not providing internship currently for freshers. It's a full-time job.
Is the difference between marine stack and full stack developer, sir?
I think Kishore will explain it probably.
Can you repeat again, Mega?
Sir, what is the difference between marine stack and full stack developer, sir?
See, main stack and full stack, the main difference is the main stack is completely this front-end technologies. Like only the client-side technologies. We can say Express.js, React.js, and Node.js, and using the MongoDB. We can develop the application using only those technologies, but not completely enterprise application. We can develop only the web application, but not the enterprise application. But while coming to full stack, there is three layers of part. We can take as a front end, back end, and we can take one database. We can take as front end as same React.js and AngularJS, and the server-side code is either we can take Java or Python, any technology. And the coming to database should be at least one technology, one database, either MySQL or else Oracle or else NoSQL databases, means MongoDB or Redis DB, anything. The main difference is developing the applications. This completely based on the client requirement. If they want only web application, we can use the main stack. If they want enterprise applications, we need to go through the full stack. That's the differences.
Yes, I have one more question for you. Most of the students, they'll ask for only React. So what you can suggest for those who want to take a back end and front end? What are the advantages if they take front end and back end both? I mean to say full stack.
Okay, what are the advantages between only front end and the full stack? You are asking, right?
Correct. And job opportunities.
Yeah, if the fresher know full stack, he'll give more priority compared to only front end. But React also is booming technology now. Angular and React also is the market is a booming technology. So he is equal to full stack also. So in the market is now compared to last 5 or 10 years, only AngularJS is there, booming technology. And the full stack also. Now React also is rapidly growing now. So you'll definitely give more priority. If you know React.js and if you know full stack, definitely you'll get more opportunities.
Thank you.
Hello. Yes, Navakishore sir, I have a question for you. Sir, I want to know why did you join the company, but how you differentiated that you have to join this company over the other company, sorry.
Yeah. I got you're a fresher, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 2.5 years back, I joined in this company. Before joining this company, I have 5 offers. All are startup companies. But compared to those companies, Healthsignz, I feel it is good because in technological way and their products and their platforms they are developing. I researched about all companies which I got offered, but those are startup companies only, and they are not up to mark. They are using old technologies only. If I say Strux is the framework, it is part of Java. Now it is in depth. No one using. If it is old projects, if they are managing the same project, then they are using the technologies. But if the new projects are coming, we are using only new technologies. But HS, the Healthsignz Technologies, they are concentrating on healthcare platform. So it will be accurate. It should give the accurate results. That's why they are using all of the advanced technologies. So that's why I given priority to the Healthsignz Technologies to join this company. So as a fresher, I also have confusion at that time. But myself, I researched about the companies which I got the offers.
Haven't you got the other offers during this 2 or 3 years, sir?
No, I didn't try it.
Okay.
Because here I got more opportunity to learn new technologies. But if you go to the like service-based companies, some XYZ companies, you won't get that much opportunity to learn new technologies. Here I got an opportunity to learn AI and ML also. Now I am learning. But in service-based companies, you won't get the opportunity to learn those technologies. Even you won't get that much work also. Like if we get work day-wise, we learn more things. Like without work, we can't learn any. I mean, we can't learn, and we logical so will be less if you won't get work. So in the product-based companies, we'll get work easily, and we'll work on multiple technologies. And if you want to switch like after a few years or so, definitely you will get huge packages. But compared to service-based companies, product-based companies will give high priority.
That is the main thing. I think we should learn new skills.
Yeah,
money is not the only thing, because if we are learning the old things, the old technologies, that is not making us any improvement for the further opportunities, I think.
And
Thank you,
even
sir.
outside also, the market is looking the multiple skills. They are not only checking C or Java, Python. They are checking like multiple technologies. So the fresher who know multiple technologies also, he or she will get more priorities. But if you know multiple technologies also, we only ask basics. You should be strong in basics part. We won't ask advanced part. As a fresher level, we won't ask any advanced part. We concentrate only basic part. That too logical way.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. I have a small question. Like, is there like any opportunity for civil students also to apply for IT jobs?
See, we won't see branch wise. If you are a mechanical, or civil, or ECS, ESC, IT, and from degrees also like BCom, BSc, we won't see branch wise. If you are good, any technology will give opportunity. Even
like
in
how about like a diploma?
Yeah, it's fine, no problem. See, I am telling like if you know technology, will give opportunity definitely.
Yeah.
Because like BSc students also, degree persons also join in our company because they are good at logical, they are good at technology. So we hired.
And BCom also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. BCom, BSc, diploma. See, you should be good at your skills. That's it. What we want.
Thank you, sir.
Kanishk, I have one more question.
Yeah.
For example, if the student is technically very strong, but communication below average, what do you say about the selection process?
Okay. No, in IT companies, you will see many people will not have a very good communication skill, but technically they will be very strong. So yeah, basically in our company also, where there are many people who might not be very technically very good in communication. So maybe they can be like, they will not face the audience as well. But again, technically, what we are looking as a company, we will be seeing only a technical. Okay, but again, when it comes to communication, they can explain. That is what we want. We don't want a very good speaker, because that is not a part of a job and that is not of a cup of tea. What we want is technically they should be good. Okay, and communication average wise is fine. Okay. Yeah.
Because question why I raise this, because other clients what they have, so they will say they should have good communication because they will be interacting with the clients. So other like clients what we have, so that's why I asked the question. Thanks.
Anybody has any other question?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
So regularly people are joining to learn these courses. So parallelly, this much of jobs will be generated, sir.
Okay. Jobs is there in the market. We cannot say that job is not there in the market, because if you see in the time of COVID also, many people were getting jobs. Okay. Yeah, we can say that for a few months, many jobs are on hold. But again, jobs are there in the market. So there is no recession in IT. For other field, yeah, recessions are there. But in IT, throughout you will see no recessions are not there. People, those who are good, no, they will definitely get a job. You don't have to think about all these things. Okay, so jobs are there, but you have to channelize, you have to work in the right area. You always will have a job. My name, hi ma'am, my name is Swati. I've completed MBA. I have a chance to get a job. Yes, yes. After completing MBA, also chances are there you can get a job in IT. But again, you have to take any programming or maybe any skill, and then you have to be master on that. So as we have discussed earlier, we just looking for the skills, whether it's from candidates or from diploma, or maybe again MBA is a post graduation, so there will not be any problem.
Manish, I have one more question. So
Okay.
what do you suggest? Like, what do you guide for non-technical students? How to learn? How many hours they should spend on technologies? Likewise.
Okay. So for non-technical, yeah, it will take some time to learn new technologies because they're not aware about technical things. Okay, so in that case, no, when they are doing any training courses from any institutes as well, so simultaneously they should see YouTube videos or maybe other videos on depending upon the skills which they are doing. Suppose they are doing for React or maybe for Angular or maybe for core Java. Simultaneously, there are many videos that are available on the YouTube as well. So they can just go to the YouTube, and if in any kind of learning, what we do is like whatever the topics that have been taught on the same day, we always try to practice it. So if you are practicing regularly on the topics that is taught on the classroom, and then you are practicing the same. So applying logic and practicing is very much important, in my opinion. So, so I think we have done it. And anybody has any other questions? Because I think it's already 12. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Kanishk and Ravikishore, for being with us for an hour. That was very useful session. And I hope more openings will be there, and we are going to take our students in our organization, and they will get more. Thank you once again for both of you, Ravikishore and
Yeah, thank you, Prema.
Okay,
yeah,
thank
welcome. Yeah,
thank you for giving us the opportunity.
yeah, same here.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you all, and all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.